Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. I'm kind of combining my Friday Fun Finds and my Baby's Got Scrap today together because I figure if I do it real time, then I can just talk as I scrapbook because I haven't done that in a while and kind of do two in one. I hope everyone has been having a good week. I've been, doing pretty good. I've been happy with all the layouts that I've gotten, and for the most part everything in my life is wonderful, so nothing I can complain about, that's for sure. So today I am working with this paper from Auburn Lane, and I have pictures of my mom and dad when they went out to dinner. One of the things I love about these two, or at least my mom, is that every time that they go out to dinner somewhere pre-COVID, because now she's got my dad on lockdown, they would send us, the girls, I have two sisters, she would send us a picture and say, "Where are we?" And so then we all have to try and guess what restaurant they're eating at. Well, the nice thing about it's been is I've ended up with a lot of nice pictures of my parents over the years from these little fun "where are we" moments. So I've been blessed to be able to scrapbook them. My dad is turned 80 last November, and my mom just turned 80 in March. They were high school sweethearts, and they've been married now for 59 years. So yeah, one of those relationships that you kind of envy. So I just want to capture all the pretty photos I can that they share with us, and makes me happy. So I'm thinking I'm going to leave these printed with a little bit of a border. So I think I'm going to leave the borders on these pictures just to have a little bit of a difference from them. I'm not sure how thick. I start out like that, but I might trim them down a little bit more depending on how it looks, because Auburn Lane is more warm tones versus the stark white. So I just have to see how it looks. So this week, I lost I haven't been working overtime this week. It was only for 1 week. And so what little padding I had last week, I did lose for having my layouts made ahead of time. So this is actually Thursday. I'm making it to upload, so it will be ready for you guys Friday morning. But I'm hoping this weekend, I don't think I have a lot going on. So I'm hoping this weekend I'll be able to get a few under my belt so that I'm not making them the night before. I've had a little bit of a sinus headache or something all week, so I don't know about you guys when you get them, but I'm trying to muscle through it right now. That's half the reason I'm doing it real time, is I figured I just don't have the motivation to sit there and edit a video. Sorry, folks, but I didn't want to not have one up tomorrow, because we've been doing pretty good with making sure we have these up daily, and I want to continue with that. So I figure I'll just muscle through, and if I don't sound 100% perky, that would be why. So I really like these, and I think I want to fussy cut these out, maybe, possibly. I like this piece, so maybe I can do something like that. Have them a little wonky. And then I did grab this, which is like a more of natural, this is an older piece of paper. I don't even know what it's from, but it's really thin. So maybe I can do with a hunk of this. I have to say I've been loving doing the scraps. Now you'll notice that a lot of my layouts are kind of my go-to type designs. Like this is nothing fancy or, you know, it's something that I would have made before. So actually, let's turn it a little bit. So you're not going to get like amazing design team creations, but what I'm hoping you can take away from is that if you go and get into your scraps, I know Nicole Jones says it a lot, she lets the scraps work for her, and then she's able to go and create based on the size, and that's kind of what I'm doing. And also, I do like having multiple photos, so this allows me to be able to go in with my photos and kind of gear it up to base the scraps. I'm not having to think a lot when I'm making these. Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, so let's see if we can get something behind here. And then I do have these little bit of cut aparts. These are mainly geared towards like Thanksgiving-ish kind of things and kind of blessings, but like this one here, I like this, my heart is full. So maybe I can get that in somehow. And not thinking anything else really from that looks like I want. Now there is a little pink piece here. Let's see what we can find. Yeah, so it's been a good week otherwise. Like I said, just the last couple days fighting a headache, and I think it's just sinuses. So I'm hoping that just kind of eases up a little. But yeah, I'm having fun doing this. And now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next month. Kind of like that. All right, let's build off of that. Okay. Trying to think, I really am liking the page kits. I don't know if I could do like Nicole does, where she does like so many of her layouts like this, which is cool, you know, that she can rock it. I think I'm more of, I like scrapbooking as I go. I never know what pictures I want to do. But what I'm thinking about doing maybe for next month, because I got nothing group-wise other than a Valentine layout, I'm thinking maybe I could do like a couple page kits to show you how you can go in if you wanted to do what I call bulk scrapbooking, where it's like you want to go and like during the week you get it all prepped so that if you're going to a crop, or if you want to prep so that during the week you have like kits that are made that you can grab when you don't have a lot of time. And that is one of the things that I did find when I've been doing this series, is that after I get off of work, I'm tired and I don't have a lot of creative mojo going. And with these kits put together, it takes away a lot of the thinking that I need to do, if that makes sense. And so I'm thinking what I might do is maybe a series where we make maybe, you know, 5. And then we can then go and so like we make it on the weekend, and then during the week, Monday through Friday, we put them back together again, and then on the weekends, maybe put another 5 together. So you're not spending hours and hours just putting kits together. You're kind of spacing it out so you guys can see how I choose embellishments, or I choose different things to make my layouts. I can get them together so that then Monday through Friday when I'm working, it won't be as hard for me to get these put together for you so that you can see them, if that makes sense. So I do like my doilies, so maybe I'll go and put a doily up there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stick that in. I know I've said it before, but I'm kind of a stick and go. If I don't, then I tend to like overthink and move, and then you're spending forever on just one layout. It doesn't always work to my advantage. Sometimes I get done with it and go, ew. I had one of those this week where I was kind of like, okay, it's not my fave. But for the most part, when you're looking at your book, number one, it's in the book. And number two, I found that down the road when I go back and look at them, I'm not as critical about them as I am at the moment while I'm making them. I think we tend to sit there and go, oh, well, you look at Chamel and you look at, Paige Evans and all these designers that they can just put these beautiful things together, and mine just kind of don't look like an art masterpiece. And so when you step away from them, I think it tends to take that pressure off of you, if that makes sense. All right, so let's see if I can go. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. I just want that little bit of pop of pink coming out, just to add a little more color. Sorry, my ATG is squeaky. Okay, like that. Want any on this side? Yeah, let's go ahead and stick some by my dad too. So this week for spending, oh, I did it on the wrong side. All right. I have spent a little bit. I don't know the exact amount because I've been buying albums. So my goal kind of this week, this month, is to go in, along with scrapping every day. I have a lot of layouts that needed to get put away. And so I've been working on that. And hang on a second. Follow your dreams. I pulled this out because I kind of thought it kind of represented like the dream relationship, the dream marriage kind of a thing, because they have been together for so long. And I kind of still like that whole concept, but I think dreams needs to be backed on something. So let me see if I can get a little pink under that, or one of these other colors, these florals. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so this week I'm not doing them all in one shot, but I've been going through. The other day I put some away, and then I've gone through and like found the ones that needed dates, and I've removed those from the stack and have them set to the side, and then I have them categorized, broke down by different dates. And now I'm just trying to get them into albums, and then I realized that I was missing a couple years of albums. So I've been going through, I just ordered from Amazon some more, and then I got the grandkids their albums. I think I told you that last week. So now I can get theirs put away. But these were like albums for the yearly ones. And since I don't scrapbook in chronological order, I didn't have albums for some of the past years. So now I have them, and so I'm putting those away. And then I did have to order some more of the We Are Memory Keepers page protectors, because I was running, I still have a few, but I've got a lot more layouts than I have page protectors, so I'm got another box of 100 from Amazon, so those are going to come tomorrow. But that's it for like spending scrapbook wise. The rest is just, yeah, and to me that's just like functional supplies that you need to have to do the hobby. It's like having glue. You can't scrapbook unless you have glue. And let me see here. Trying to kind of guess a little bit where these need to go. Let me cut that off and then stop and look at it. I don't want to hunk off too much. Okay. Okay, so I can V it down. Let's see. That looks pretty good, just a little bit more by the A. So I want to thank everybody who's started following me on the Facebook. We have, this month I've had a lot of new subscribers, and I just want to welcome you and thank you, and thanks for all the lovely feedback, and hopefully you guys are getting in and playing with your stuff. It's kind of been fun to kind of have a reset, and it's definitely what I had in mind. And like I said, my two goals is to have the work on getting the scraps reduced, but then also get these layouts put away, and then you kind of start the year off kind of clean. Now I do have so many scraps, I'll never have them unless I purge. They'll never all be gone, but okay. Took a little bit too much off the M, so what I'm going to do is cut we're going to split it in half, and no one will ever know, you guys, so don't tell. Let me glue this half. Yeah, so I figure if I put like 1 year's layouts away per day, so when I have my like break time at work, I just go in and grab one album and then kind of put them away while I'm on my break, and it's working out pretty good. Now I do have like my flight attendant album that when I go, and those are like the creative memory ones that you have to like take apart, and so those are going to be like a huge project, and I have like 3 albums, so that's going to actually have to be like actually taking time and sitting on the floor and like spreading out and trying to make it the best I can. So, but if I can even just get all the other stuff in, that will make a big difference. All right, so let's get the just need to trim a little off of here, a little off of there. So next weekend I am going to be going with my friends to the hotel. So I have decided I'm going to take my laptop and my hard drive and my book, and I'm going to be logging photos and trying to get those organized, because that also will help too. I think if I know that what helped me when I made these page kits is I took just one photo box that was already had everything organized. I looked at the paper and found an event that matched the paper. And so it wasn't hard for me to go and create these kits, because it was easy to find not only the supplies but the pictures that I needed. So I know if I can go and get my pictures printed in some kind of a semblance of organization, it will help. And I know that, I don't know about you guys, but I get frustrated if I can't find anything easy. And it's like, then I'll be like, okay, forget it. I do that even with cooking. I don't complain when my husband does the dishes and he puts things away. But then when I can't find stuff, it takes you half an hour to find the bowl you want to mix something up. It drives you nuts. So it's kind of the same thing with scrapbooking. If it's going to take me forever to find it, I give up. So I'm really trying really hard to get it organized to where it's easier for me to find things to make, put these together. And this month has really gone fast because I've been able to find things. All right. So I like that there. I like this. I want to use this frame up, but I think this is too big, and if I add this in, it's just going to be too much. So I'm not going to use this. I'm going to put it to the side. And, oh my God, I'll still little bits to throw away here. I do have a little piece of vellum that maybe I can fit behind. I kind of like that. So let me glue that down. And we can probably get another one down here. And that just gets a little bit more of that gold in. Let's see. Now for Friday Fun Finds, I don't know if you're aware, if you're new to the channel, but one of the things that's going to be going on in March is Christy with Christy's Beautiful Life is going to be doing her 30 days of sketches again, and she does have a Facebook group, and I will try and get a link down below. Again, yeah, I should have it up this morning. So if you want to check that out, she will have some fun sketches that you can join in on, and it's another way of using up your scraps and stuff. So I have this frame here, and I have it with the inside. Let's see, I'm kind of going heavy. I have this, it says Collect Beautiful Moments. I like that. I could put this down here with, for the date. I got fancy. Or maybe I'll just do fancy. And a heart. Where do I want the heart up here? I want kind of fussy cut a couple of these. I am definitely a sucker for florals, so let's see if we can do a quick cut on these. so you're not having to sit here and listen to it all day. So yeah, that would be my Friday fun find, would be Christy's Beautiful Life, the 30 Days of Sketches. If you're not joining in, Shannon Aller with She's Crafty is also doing her mini pad, her mini pad class for 10 weeks. This Sunday will be week number 3, and I should have a video up for that. And basically what she's doing is giving everyone a sketch, and like Baby's Got Scrap, you can use one full sheet of paper for your background, whether it be cardstock, pattern paper, whatever you want for your 12 by 12. And then the rest is made with, for theirs is through with the mini pads. You know, whether they're the 6 by 8 or a 6 by 6 or 4 by 6, whatever size that you have. Whereas for Baby's Got Scrap, it's basically any kind of pad smaller than 12 by 12 and scraps. So kind of a jumping point off of this, but with, like I said, with hers, she's providing the sketch, which goes to show you how you can cut and piece things together with those 6 by 6 pads to make it look like it's a full piece of paper. So if you haven't checked that out, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've seen that is a fun creative outlet. I know that Sarah Scraps with Rediscover Your Scraps, or Redefine Creative, is they are in the middle of their spending freeze for January, and they do that a couple times of the year, and she's been putting fun challenges out on their Facebook group. And their Facebook group, I think she just said we've got 2,000 members in it now. So that's kind of fun. Okay, so I like the floral, but I like it tucked with, instead of the big frame with the white piece, I like the floral with it. So let's see if we can tuck that somehow. I don't want to cover up my mom's face. Okay, this has got to come down. And that can tuck in. I got to glue things. So let me go and just put a thing of glue on here. I can't do the thing, I can't handle it when it shifts. I think that's like, will drive me nuts. So what I'm looking at when I'm putting this down is I'm looking for any weird edges. I don't want corners coming out and things like that. Now I only put glue under the Dreams. I'll come back with my fine line bottle and I'll actually glue it down better. So now, so that way I can still slide this frame under and not have to worry about it getting caught on adhesive. Let me see if I can fit this in first. All right. If that doesn't work, then you go in and you trim off. So these were getting in my way. So if I cut them off, now I can fit this in, and I like that. So now I can tack this down where I like it. Now, I might use just half of this frame. So now I can tuck the frame in to here. So now you're just seeing a little bit of it peeking out. And I can use the other half on another part of the layout. Okay, now I have these, which now I can tuck in better and have them go the direction I want, and they're not getting caught on everything. And again, I'm just going to tack it down with a little bit of the ATG, but then I'll go back with my fine line bottle and my quick dry adhesive and tack it down a little bit better. So that's kind of how I do that. So now I like that. So now let's work on this up here. So I like the collect moments, but I think it needs to be softened up. So I want to go, I think, with the larger flower, because then it will sit on that flower. This is actually helping my head stop hurting. Maybe it was me staring at the computer all day. So how's everybody's weather been? We're supposed to be getting snow here in Illinois. We're like on the edge of it. There's like a band coming through, so I'm not sure how much we're going to get. Not that I ever go outside anymore. That is one nice thing about working from home, is I don't have to commute in the weather. Normally my commute to work is anywhere from about 45 minutes or so. And when it snows, it can get worse, depending on how bad it is. So this working from home is kind of a nice perk for not driving in the snow. We got sent home mid-March, I want to say, so I didn't have too many bad days to drive in before lockdown. And now they're not even talking about us coming back until, I can't see us coming back till like even May or June. And then they'll have us come back in phases. Illinois is trying to roll out the vaccine, but we're doing pretty good, but we still, haven't gotten to like the average people yet. And I think they're just now starting like high risk and people over 65, I want to say. So we'll see. All right, so I'm just kind of doing a quick cut around the outside of it, just following the shape of it. And I don't ever I'm using big scissors, but I don't ever totally close the scissors. I'm just kind of like a seesaw almost. Kind of looking forward to this weekend. I've got Monday off too, so that should really help with getting stuff together. And then I've got to work the rest of the week. I have next Friday off to go meet up with my friends, but I need to have my packing done before then. So I'm hoping Monday I can kind of have my pictures and all that stuff and my clothes packed and ready to go, or at least the laundry done, so that Friday I can just take off. And I know I'm not going to take all my photos. I've gotten to the point where I started scrapbooking when Creative Memories first came out, and I didn't start scrapbooking my the beginning of photos that I had. I kind of started where I was at in my life, and so I have all the early years photos of me in high school, pre-kids, And then my daughter when she was younger, and even my boys, you know, when they were born, I didn't have any of that scrapbooking done. So some of it's done, some of it's not, but I need to like sit down with the albums themselves and try and figure out where I'm at with some of them, because I used to save all the photos, and now it made sense. If you ever get a chance, Janet with RTS has a really, I love her channel, and she's got really good tips, and she talks about doing her photo storage and things like that. But one of the things that she has done is she doesn't keep all the photos. Like I used to keep all the duplicates, even like stuff that I don't know why I kept it. And so, but she does keep things that are like a family member. So for example, let's say I had 2 pictures of my mom and dad from this event, and I only scrapbooked 1. Well, kind of like it over a little bit. So what would happen is that instead of throwing away, yeah, I'm going to do that. The photos, she puts them into an envelope that is filed by already scrapped, but with the person's name. So then, let's say it's my dad, and I had an extra photo of him that I didn't scrapbook, but it's still a nice picture of him. What she does is she keeps the, I want that down there. I really like the flower. I kind of want to keep it, but I'm not sure how that's gonna, my heart is full. Nope, not liking that. Kind of like that down there. Let's go ahead and stick that in. So anyways, she would have an envelope that has all the duplicate pictures in it. And what she then uses those photos for is when she wants to tell a story that she doesn't have a picture of. So let's say I've got a I want to tell a story about my dad's childhood, or I want to tell a story about them as being high school sweethearts. Well, I might not have photos from them, but I could go and take a photo that I had that I've already scrapped, and I could then use that and then tell my story. It doesn't have to be relevant to the time. It's just about referencing the person. And that's what she does. And so, but she gets rid of all the other stuff. If it doesn't have importance, she doesn't keep them. And I have pictures of like the kids when they were growing up, and they'd have a birthday party, and there might be a picture of one of their friends. And it's already the event's already scrapbooked, but now I've got this random picture of this kid from, I don't need it anymore. So I can let it go. And now with digital, like a lot of these things you don't need to hang on to because you can always reprint it. So yes, I'm trying to go through pictures and do that. And so I have a couple boxes that are like a complete mess, and I think I need to like sit down with a card table in front of my bookshelf and then like find a picture, pull out the album, see if it's scrapbooked or not, and then if it is, decide whether or not I want it, and so either purge it or get it into one of the albums. But I don't want to like have to drag all my albums up to my craft room or take them to the hotel that we're going to be at. This is actually going to be a day where I sit in my living room in front of where I store all my albums with the photo box and just go, you know, start pulling albums out. So I know how I'm going to do it. It's just going to be an icky project. So I'm trying to get everything else that's not part of the icky project organized, so then when I'm ready I can just sit down and do that one. And hopefully it will make it turn out nicer. So I'm thinking I want this here. And then I can take one of these hearts and maybe back it. I don't think that's big enough. Let's see. I'll put that up there. I'm going to need something bigger down in the corner. I thought I could get away with the little one, but it just wasn't. It was covering too much up when I was putting it in. Okay, so that looks like a good bunch. Okay, kind of like that, but it needs to be on the pink. So let me grab a little pink. Glue this down. I don't know if you can hear him. My cat's in the corner snoring. Earlier when I was working, he was like all meowing and in my face. Now he's like out like a light. So this is almost done. I think I just got a little bit more fussy cutting to do here. Alright, so I'll put that kind of like that there. Let's glue it down. Alright, let's get this cluster. I know I need something up. I like the heart is full. That blends in too much. Alright, let's get another flower in. Let's try this one here. And I like this little one, so we might be able to tuck him in somewhere. So that's kind of my plans for the weekend. I'm going to be doing my, try and get ahead for next week, especially since I'm going to be gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I want to try and get the video done for Shannon's class for this weekend, next Sunday. And then all of my stuff for this week ahead of the game. So when I leave, I'm caught up. And so you probably won't get a freeze from me or a fun video next Friday because I won't be home. Unless I do it on a Thursday night like I'm doing now. And so over the weekend, I'll be organizing pictures. And just continuing on with this. This has been a fun hop, getting some of these done. And I've been putting things away as I go, so hopefully I won't have a huge mess when I'm done. Oh, and then I'm going to continue putting my layouts away, other than the ones where I've got to take like albums apart. So like my grandson's and my travel one. And I might even, you know, those I might even bring with me, because then I can spread out on a table and try and organize and get them. Now this is a leaf, and now that I look at it, I don't like that one, so we're cutting it off. If you don't like something, get rid of it. Wish it was that easy with weight. So, okay, I like that better, and then maybe tucking that white one in behind it in the heart. So let's get this up. So I'll put that like that. And then we'll get the fancy tag that I'm determined to get in. Get that there. And then let's fussy cut this one. And I still have that one big book plate. That looks just like it's adding too much. Sometimes, you know, the old adage, less is more. So I think I want this one down here. Just kind of tuck it under. Yep, that kind of finishes that off. And then I do have another one of those hearts wood veneer. So we'll go with the little one. But I want it backed on the pink. Hopefully you guys are still in frame. My friend and I were laughing because, you know, when it rains, it pours. We were kind of, you know, I did all that overtime last week so I could get a little bit ahead. And fate decided that it didn't want me to be a little bit ahead. So yesterday, on my husband's way to work, the serpentine belt on his van broke. So we had the towing and the car repair and all that stuff. Thank goodness for towing insurance. So that part of it's taken care of, but basically my overtime I'm getting tomorrow is now paying for car repairs. Which I guess that's a good thing, but alright, so I like that. Now I have one more of these wood veneer, and I don't want it to look forced. Well, I could put it right there. That kind of fills that gap. So let me go ahead and put this down. That kind of covers that little gap there. Now I do have photo corners. So now that these are kind of covered up, now I have 4. So I'll have enough. Not that I couldn't go in my stash and get them out anyways. These photo corners I just got on Amazon. Really happy with them. I know I could make them, but they're just so much easier just to not even have to think about it. And I like the ones that are like paper, not the plasticky looking ones. And that's what these are. And I just got them on Amazon. Alright. So now the only other thing I have this heart. And I'm thinking if I put it anywhere, it's looking forced. So we're not going to use it. All right, so now I do have a little gold one. Gold one's not bad because it pops off. So let me go ahead and add that one. And I think the last thing I need to do is sprinkle some of these sequins on. These I got from Christina Storage in the Secret Not Secret, and I want to say that they were part of the Auburn Lanes embellishments. Just get a little bit of bling. I know I poured out more than I needed. Just kind of scatter them different colors. There's like a purple and a gold. Got the little pinks too. Just have a little bit of shine going through here. And then just a little bit up here. I'm not using any of the teeny tiny pink because I don't want to deal with my fat fingers in that today. And I'm just kind of sprinkling them throughout. Just try and get a little bit of the bling throughout the page. Maybe another one down here. And I think that looks pretty good. I got kind of surrounding that. Another one over here. All right, I'm going to call this good enough. So thanks for sticking with me if you have, and we will see you again on Saturday for another Baby's Got Scraps. And like I said, next week you probably will not get a Friday Fun Find because I will be scrapbooking with some girlfriends. So I'm kind of looking forward to that and having some fun. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today, and we will see you guys later. Thanks. Bye-bye.